Hey, what's up, YouTubers? Welcome back to another Toddy Walnuts. It's not an update video. I almost said update video. That'll be coming probably in about a week. I'll have another update video, but this is going to be part 2 of my Eurocrime collection. And I know that I promised you guys a video the past weekend, and I got a little bit sidetracked. I did a lot of yard work over the past weekend. My hands were pretty much mangled. I have a Band-Aid covering a blister, and I had some cuts and stuff. I normally don't wear Band-Aids. I just didn't want to gross you out with my blister, so I got a little Band-Aid on there today. This is going to be part 2 of 3 of my Eurocrime collection. This will be part 2 for the single release editions of the Eurocrime movies. Part 3 will be box sets. And then there's going to be a bonus part 4, and that's when I'm going to give my top 10, and we'll talk a little bit about those movies. The girls are here, Miss Hannah and Miss Heidi. I got a couple of drinks I'm going to talk to you guys about. One was I was inspired by an Adam the Woo video. We'll talk about that here in a minute, give you guys some beverage suggestions if you're trying to lose weight and stay hydrated in the summer. And I got a little stack of Eurocrime stuff that I didn't have until recently. So we'll start with that pile, and then we'll just kind of move over. I have some No Shame here in this pile. I have some Raro video here in this pile. Wild East. I got 3 different movies, 3 different covers of the same movie. I got some Blue Underground stuff here, some Arrow video stuff. So get yourselves relaxed, get a beverage and a snack, and let's check out these movies. I know this part is probably weird to some of you guys watching this, but I was watching an Adam the Woo, Daily Woo video. I don't remember when. It was probably a couple of weeks ago now, give or take. And he was, by the way, if you guys are not familiar with Adam the Woo, I'm sure most of you are. He's got close to 1 million subscribers now. He's doing a weight loss challenge, and he's really doing a great job. Go check him out. Go give him some words of encouragement. In one of his videos, he picked one of these up. This is Smart Water Cucumber Lime. And before now, I didn't have these. I've been drinking these since he talked about it. But up until he talked about it, I didn't even know this existed. I love cucumber and I love lime. And this is a really refreshing drink. Put it in your refrigerator, serve it ice cold. It's really, really good. There's no sodium in here. There's no, obviously it's 0 calories. It's distilled water. It's really, really delicious if you guys like that kind of stuff. And then keeping with the cucumber theme, and if you like sparkling water or seltzer water, this is called Cucumber Bubbles. It's made from Montana spring water. This stuff, it's pretty expensive, but it's really, really good. And again, this is just, it's spring water. There's 0 calories. There's no salt or anything added. It is really, really good. So I do recommend, if you guys like cucumber, if you like, and it's not too strong. It doesn't have like a strong cucumber or a strong lime flavor. It has just a hint, and it's perfect. It's really, really good. Go check those out. And no, I'm not being sponsored by any of these guys. I just want to pass this along to you.
And now...
Hey, Rocky! Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat!
Again?
Picking up my sleeve. Presto!
Wrong hat!
I think it's 7.5.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Okay, we got that out of the way. I just wanted to share that with you guys. These are very, very new to my collection. As a matter of fact, somebody commented in part 1 of my Eurocrime collection, and they said you should get Street Law from 88 Films, and I didn't realize that they had it. So I grabbed it, and I haven't even opened it up. I've seen this movie before. I own this a couple different times. But we're going to do an unboxing here. I just wanted to show this really quick. This is part of the Italian collection, obviously starring Franco Nero, directed by the great Enzo G. Castellari. Really, really good stuff. You can't go wrong with Franco Nero. He's great. And then I picked up the Iron Prefect, which is from a company called Radiance. And this has been out for a while, I guess, from what I understand. This is it's region AB, and it's from a UK company called Radiance, and they're pretty good. They're very new to me. I think they've been around for a while. I've only recently come across them over like the past 6 months or less even. But they still have the 2000 copy editions left. And I got this on Amazon US. And I think it was only like 25 bucks, which is a steal for me for anything that's limited like this. It's also starring Franco Nero. I have never seen this movie before, so looking forward to checking it out. And we're going to open this here too on the channel here in a minute. I just want to show you what I got first. This one, it's becoming harder to find. It's called Double Game. I just got this in the mail about a couple days ago, about a week ago. And this is the No Shame 2-disc, 2-DVD edition, starring the great George Hilton, who was also in a lot of spaghetti westerns and a lot of different Italian genre movies. I haven't seen this one yet either, so this is going to go on my watch pile. And that's why I'm waiting to do my top 10, because this might pop into that top 10. But yeah, these are getting harder to find too, these No Shame. These were always kind of limited, but now there's a little more demand for them. So if there's anything that I'm showing that catches your attention, you may want to go check it out. Go to eBay or Mercari or Etsy, or maybe to your local, maybe you have a local used joint you can check out. But here's the DVD, and then here's the bonus materials here. What does it say? Disc 2 is called Tony, Another Double Game. Oh, it's a sequel. So you get, I didn't realize that. You get Double Game, and then there's another Double Game. And it looks like the original Double Game came out in 1978. And the sequel called Another Double Game, or yeah, Tony, Another Double Game, came out in 1980. So that's cool. So you get both of those discs and you get a booklet. We'll go through that here in a minute. And then there's just one more I wanted to show you. And this one's becoming very hard to find. This was becoming very pricey. If I were you guys and you're into this kind of stuff, I would go look for it now. It's going to skyrocket. I mean, it's already very, very expensive. This is from Dark Sky Films on DVD. As far as I know, it doesn't have a Blu-ray release, at least not in the US. And this is called Rico the Mean Machine, starring Christopher Mitchum and Barbara Boucher. And I have not seen this one yet either. This was directed by Tullio Del Michele, or Del Michele. I'm not sure how to pronounce that gentleman's name. It's a movie from 1973, and it was released on DVD in 2007. I think this one's very scarce. It's hard to find this one. You can tell it's very violent. Look at that still frame right there. And Dark Sky always puts out really good quality stuff. Here's the disc. We got, what is this? I'm not even sure what this stuff is here. It looks like it's a background image of a still from the movie, and then you have a couple of releases from their catalog. That's the steelbook for the original, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I have that one, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. I have this one, Eaten Alive, Tobe Hooper. I do not have them. And on this side, I don't have any of these. I have an Amicus box set. I think it's different than that one though. So those are just I don't want to waste too much time looking at that stuff. You guys want to see Euro Crimes, but I kind of like looking at some of these ads. And then, there we go. I'm not sure what this is. 30% off Dark Sky Films. It looks like it's an old flyer from 2007. Dark Sky Films is still around. They're still putting stuff out there. They're still a good company. So that is Rico the Mean Machine. I'll let you guys know more about that once I watch it, but it looks like it's a great movie. If you like, your violent Euro crime movies, this will probably be up your alley, I guess. So let's go through this one really quick, and then I'll open the other two off camera, and then we'll go through the Iron Prefect and Street Law. So this is the 2-disc special edition of Double Game. We just looked at this moments ago. A film by Carlo Orsino. Not familiar with his work. You already saw the 2 discs. You have some background images from the movie. This one also looks like it's pretty violent. Most of these Euro crimes are. They're supposed to be. That's the whole point of it. And then you get a really nice thick booklet here. That's another thing too about these No Shame DVDs. If you're gonna buy these, make sure that the seller has the book. Because sometimes when you go on eBay, the book is gone, and I mean, if that doesn't bother you, it's no big deal. But usually the seller doesn't lower the price because of that. You're paying full price and you're not getting the book. You might want to look into that a little bit. Anytime you get a booklet or you know, stuff like that, I really enjoy that. I think it's a nice touch, especially, you know, for us collectors. We spend a lot of money on our stuff, and it's nice that they throw in little bonus items like that. So I'm looking forward to checking these out. I'm probably going to watch these at some point during this week. And I'm going to pause it really quick and take the plastic off of these two, and we'll go through these, and then we'll just continue down the line here. Okay, so we will start with I used my little Jason Voorhees plastic knife to peel the plastic off. It's perfect, although I think I'm starting to chip some of that blood off of there. We're going to start with the Iron Prefect. I like what they did to differentiate the collector's edition or the limited edition from the standard edition. They have like an extra strip of paper on the inside. That's really cool. It's on the inside of the case, which I believe you can remove it because I can feel a bump on there, but I'm going to leave it in there. But I like that they did that. Looking forward to checking this out. It looks pretty good. It's a movie from 1977. It's almost 2 hours. It's 2 minutes short of 2 hours. And you can watch it with English or Italian language. That's always a plus. I like listening to the English track if possible. And pop it open. There's the disc. Kind of plain Jane, but it looks all right to me. And you get a nice booklet on the inside. We'll look at that in a minute. Here's a reversible cover with the Italian title. Kind of a black and white image there. It looks like this is a gangster flick that's supposed to take place in the 30s, just from what I'm looking at here on the back. Maybe it'll say, maybe we can read a little bit about it. That black and white image, it's pretty plain, but I think it's effective. It looks good. It definitely shows that period piece quality of the movie. You see that little buggy, that little car in the background. I think that black ensemble with that white cap looks really good, that white hat. And let's see here. It says it's based on a true story of Cesare Mori, the Iron Prefect, who was sent to Sicily for an Eliot Ness in the Untouchable style cleanup of the mafia. So it looks like Franco Nero is going to be trying to clean up the mafia in Italy. Good luck to you, sir. Does it say what year it takes place? Well, Eliot Ness was around in the 30s, so I'm assuming I was right. And take a look at the book. Really nice thick pages. So Radiance stepped right up, and they joined the likes of Criterion and Arrow and Vinegar Syndrome. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, this is nice quality, thick pages. I can smell the ink. It smells good. Got fresh movie smell. So you get some write-ups, you get some photos, and I mean, it's a really nice booklet. Looks like it's about 25 pages. Looking forward to popping that in. So still need to watch that before I can do my top 10 list, but that's going to go in the to-watch pile here. And then the last of the new ones is Street Law, which I've seen before. This is a really, really solid movie. this will be in my top 10. You'll be seeing this in my top 10. And top 10 lists are subjective. I mean, mine might not be exactly like yours, but that's okay. I mean, it's okay to have different lists. Not everybody has to be exactly the same. But this is a really nice slipcover from 88 Films. I like the image on the front. I don't like these. I will never like those ratings logos. I think they're just, and they have one on the back too. I mean, you might as well put one on the side, this side. There is the reversible cover. I flipped it off camera, and that's the Italian title. Franco Nero just has that look. You know, he's a good-looking guy. He's a tough guy. He was a great actor. You know, he was the tough guy, one of the tough guys. This is Region B, so make sure that you have a region-free player. Oh, that almost looked like Barbara Bach right there. Oh, that is Barbara Bach. What am I talking about? Yep, that's Barbara Bach. So this one kind of starts out where Franco Nero, he's almost kind of bullied, and he really turns the tables. This is a really cool revenge movie, and that's the same image that was on the slipcover, so I flipped it. And then you get a little booklet here, and what else do you get? Looks like there's something else here too. Oh, what is this, a poster? I didn't even know that was in there. Let's check that out. It's a little thin booklet, but I still like it. A little write-up here about the movie. That was the original poster right there. That's what the Blue Underground cover looks like. You'll be seeing that here in this. This is the cover that was on the Code Red Blu-ray, which I also own both of these editions here. And what is this? Let's check this out. That's cool. Oh, it's the same. It's just, I'm not going to pull it out because I think I'm going to end up wrecking it with one hand. See, I'm already putting creases in it. It's really, really thin, almost tissue paper thin. It's basically just that same image. Yeah, this is really, really thin. Wow. Okay, put that away. Gonna pause it here, and we're gonna jump into the no shame pile right there. So this pile here, these are all No Shame, which is a defunct company now. They don't make movies. They've never made Blu-ray movies. They only release DVDs, mostly of the Italian genre. So there was a lot of like giallo movies and Eurocrime movies. I don't think they did any spaghetti westerns that I'm aware of anyway. But I'm pretty proud of this pile here because some of these are getting harder and harder to find. The first one is called Gambling City, starring Luke Mirenda. And this is a Sergio Martino movie. This is uncut for the first time on DVD. And I have these in baggies, so I'm not really going to open these up, but these do come with booklets on the inside. And this movie came out in 1974. And you can see, when you watch these kind of movies from the 70s, it's definitely like going back in time. It's like you have your own time machine and you can go and hang out in the 70s because everything is scream 70s in these movies, which was a great decade. I really love movies from the 70s. That's Gambling City. These are getting harder to find. If there's anything here that you guys are interested in, you may want to go and check it out before they start to get even higher. And that's what the spine looks like. These are really, really nice. They're heavy. They come with a nice booklet. They have the heavy-duty case. This is what DVDs were when they first came out. It just has a feel of quality to it. The next one also has Luke Mirenda in it, A Man Called Magnum. And this one came out in 1977. So right after the spaghetti western boom was pretty much the Eurocrime boom. And both were excellent eras. I love spaghetti westerns and I love Eurocrimes. This one is called The Last Round, another Luc Morenda movie. This one is a 2-disc set. You get the CD soundtrack in it. And this one came out in 1976. You can see some of the still frames here. Stelvio Massi was the director. It was digitally remastered from the original Vault Negative, and you can see that little purple box in the middle. That's the exclusive CD. You can watch it with Italian and English audio and optional English subtitles. I should probably go back and tell you about the other one, the other two we just showed you. So A Man Called Magnum. It's in Italian and English with optional English subtitles. And Gambling City is English and Italian with optional English subtitles, so that's great. I know some people like to watch it in the original native tongue of Italian and just read the subtitles. I'm not like that. I'll do it if I have to, but I like the English track. Here is Tomas Milian in Almost Human. Another great actor is Henry Silva, who is a co-star in this movie. This one came out in 1974 as well. Yeah, this one's pretty violent. This is pretty good. This is a good one. You may see that in the top 10 list, just saying. The next one is called the Colt 38 Special Squad. This one stars Ivan Razumov, who was in some of the Italian, I have to be careful because the word, it starts with a C, the C movies. For some reason, you can't say that word here on YouTube and you get your video will get flagged. But they have women on here undressing and showing like see-through tops, and you can see everything through that. But I can't say the C word. Not that C word. It's not a naughty C word. It's just, I guess it's a taboo or a forbidden. And it has Anne in it. C. Anne Abel. I'm not going to go any further. Who cares? It's cannibal. I don't care if my videos get demonetized. I really don't give a shit. This one is in English and Italian with subtitles as well. This is a 2-movie set. The first one is Colt 38 Special Squad from 1976, 103 minutes running time. And the second one is called The Ripoff from 1977. And the first one, Colt 38 Special Squad, was directed by Massimo Dallamano, and The Ripoff was directed by Luciano Ercoli. Both of these gentlemen have excellent movies. I've seen some of their catalog before. So these are going to be fun watches. Haven't seen these yet. And the next one is another Tomas Milian movie called Emergency Squad. Stelvio Massi again. Ray Lovelock is in this one. He was another great actor. He's since passed away, but this is also Italian and English audio with optional English subtitles from 1974. They were pumping these movies out, man. Between like 74 and 77, they were just popping these out. These guys were making 2-3 movies a year. Here's a Maurizio Merli movie called Convoy Busters, another Stelvio Massi movie. This is another good one. And I like Maurizio Merli. I think he's a good-looking, tough guy. Movie from 1978, English and Italian audio with English subtitles. A cop against all odds. And this last one is called Milano Violenta, Violent Milan. And this one, I believe, is only in Italian language. This was an import. It's still from No Shame. No Shame was releasing movies here in the US, and they were also releasing movies in Italy. This is one from Italy. Yeah, this is only in Italian. You can watch it in stereo or mono, but it's only in Italian language. I believe there are no subtitles either. So that was it for the No Shame pile. You guys will have to let me know which one you were most interested in this pile. Let me know if you own any of these, and let me know if you feel like going out and getting them now that you saw this video. And there they are, all lined up. Hopefully I'm able to give you guys some suggestions to add to your collection. So the next pile here is from Raro Video, and these are all DVDs. And the first one is Fernando De Leo's Shoot First, Die Later. This is another really good company that they put a lot of quality into their releases. You can tell that these are heavy, they're thick. There's booklets that come with a lot of these, some of them don't. But what I liked about this company is it tells you right on the back if they contain a booklet or not. So this one contains a booklet in one DVD. By the way, this is from 1974. It was filmed in Italy and France, and it is in Italian and English language with optional English subtitles. This one has Luke Miranda in it. Richard Conte is in here as well. He was another great. So you got the disc, and then you have a booklet. This one's pretty thick. I'm not going to go through all of these booklets, but these are really nice releases, and I would recommend these if you like these kind of movies. And check out that cover. This was released on DVD. Let's see if it has a year. 2013. The next one is called Gang War in Milan, movie by Umberto Lenzi. Um, 100 minutes running time. This was released in 2014, and the movie came out in 1973. I'm not familiar with the cast. You got Philippe Leroy, Antonio Casagrande, and Carla Romanelli. I'm not really familiar. It's possible I've seen them. I just don't know the names. But you'd get a, wow, it's pretty blurry. Sorry about that. Contains a booklet in one DVD. So we got the DVD there. Got the booklet. These are pretty nice quality. I mean, it's, like I said, I'm not going to flip through all of them, but it's good stuff. Grab these before they go really high in price. The next one's called Killer Cop, directed by Luciano Ercoli. That looks like a Graham Humphreys cover, sort of, with that type of coloring. But then when I see this, it's definitely not Graham Humphreys. This movie came out in 1975. A whole lot of people I'm not familiar with, at least by name anyway. Contains a booklet and a DVD. This one was released in 2014. The next one is another Fernando De Leo movie called Madness. And Joe D'Alessandro is in the movie. I think this is kind of a hybrid of horror and Eurocrime. I have a couple of those, and I'll mention those when I get to them. This one came out in 1980. So this was kind of at the tail end of the Eurocrime. And I think that's kind of when it started to pick up here in the US with the Charles Bronson movies and the Chuck Norris movies. They kind of took off in the early 80s. So this one is in Italian language only, and you can watch it with English subtitles. I really like the company Raro Video. That's what their logo looks like if you're not familiar. I guess I should show you a No Shame logo really quick up here, just so you can kind of see what it looks like. And see what it looks like on the spine down there at the bottom. Show you the spine down here. It's actually at the top. Really, really nice additions. The next one's called Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man. It's a Deodato movie. Ruggero Deodato. Ray Lovelock is in this one. Ray Lovelock right there. They got the guys mixed up. I believe that is Ray Lovelock right there. It says Ultra Violence from the director of, that's the word again, Cannibal Holocaust. You can't say either of those words, but look at me. 1976, 95 minutes running time. You can watch it in English or Italian with English subtitles. And this one contains a booklet and 1 DVD. Yep. And the last one for the Raro Eurocrime is called Young, Violent, Dangerous, starring Tomas Milian. It was written by Fernando De Leo, but it was directed by Romolo Guerrari. And this one's still sealed. And this one just contains 1 DVD. It doesn't have a booklet with it. And this one came out in 1976. You can watch it in Italian or English language with English subtitles. So that was my Raro Video pile. You guys will have to let me know which ones you like the best. So there they are, all lined up and purdy in a row, 2 rows. Now this next little pile here, there's only, 4 movies. These are from a collection called Wild East. This was a very limited company. They only released movies by 1,000 each title. So these are getting harder and harder to find. Even the ones that are newer are fetching ridiculous prices. So this is a double bill, and this is part of the Eurocrime collection. This is volume 4. We're going to go backwards. And this is a Charles Bronson double feature called Farewell Friend and Rider on the Rain. Can't go wrong with a Charles Bronson movie. He was definitely one of the best. Bronson at his brutal best. And volume 3 is Franco Nero, Claudia Cardinale, and Giuliano Gemma. What a cast. What a cast. You have I Am the Law, which is actually the Iron Prefect. Plus, you get Mafia. And so it's a Franco Nero double bill. You get Claudia Cardinale again too, and you get Lee J. Cobb. What an unbelievable cast. 2 men, 1 woman versus the Mafia. Good luck. Volume 2, so we're going from 4 to 1. This is the Double the Excitement, Double the Violence. You get Confessions of a Police Captain, starring Franco Nero and Martin Balsam. And you get Summertime Killer, starring Carl Malden and Christopher Mitchum. Well, I believe Christopher Mitchum is Robert Mitchum's son. And this was the Eurocrime Collection, Volume 2. And Volume 1, you get Luke Mirenda in the Violent Professionals. I have this movie a couple different times. This one's pretty expensive. This one's hard to find. This is Spy Number 5. This, I'm assuming, I haven't checked any of the Wild East titles yet, in a while, I should say. I'm assuming this is at least $100, probably maybe double that, I don't know. Okay, so these three here, I thought it would be fun to show these three together. It's the same exact movie, just has three different titles. And the first one here is a Blu-ray from 88 Films. The second one is a DVD from Blue Underground, all the same exact movie. And the last one is a DVD from Anchor Bay. All the same movie, they just have different titles. Well, this is just the Italian title. You have Mad Dog Killer and Beast with a Gun. This one's still sealed. And this one is part of the Italian collection. This is number 16. I don't know if you can, let's see if I can get that to focus for you guys. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to take my word for it. It's number 16. The movie's from 1977. Mad Dog Killer, starring Helmut Berger. And it's pretty good. You may not see this one in my top 10, but it's still a fun watch. And then you get this beautiful slipcover here. Very glossy. Just wanted to show you those side by side by side. I believe I showed this one in part 1, but I put it with the wrong movies. Which one did I have it with? I don't remember now. I think I had it with, it doesn't matter. I showed this, and I just wanted to show it again because that Lindsay Killer is pretty awesome. I know it's pretty gruesome, but man, that is unbelievable. This is Contraband. It's a Eurocrime movie directed by Lucio Fulci. And this one came out in 1980. This one was limited. I don't remember what it was limited to, but I got number 484. And there you can see what the reverse cover. And this actually, this image was the original poster art. And I don't think I have it on DVD from Blue Underground, or do I? No, I don't. Yeah, I do have it. I do have it on. But there's, we'll see that in a minute here. A couple minutes, actually. But yeah, this is a pretty fun movie, but that Lindsay Killer is just gorgeous. And now we're going to get into the Blue Underground DVDs. First one's called Violent City. This one's excellent. You have a great cast here. You got Charles Bronson, you got Telly Savalas, and you got Charles Bronson's wife, Jill Ireland. And like I said earlier, you can't go wrong with a Charles Bronson movie as far as I'm concerned. You probably can. I mean, he didn't have not every movie he made was a winner, but these are great movies, though. 1970. He was a tough guy, too, in real life. I mean, he was a coal miner as a young kid. I mean, this guy was climbing in little tight areas, and he was completely fit, physically fit. He can talk it and walk it. This one I haven't seen yet. This is it's called La Scorta. I believe this is only in Italian as well. Let me see here on the back. You can watch it with optional English subtitles, so I would definitely have to. But this looks pretty good. I think we talked about this earlier. This is another movie where there's cops, or they're trying to kill the mafia. A high-profile judge and his bodyguard are brutally murdered 4 reluctant young cops are assigned as La Scorta, Italian for the escorts, to protect the replacement prosecutor from mafia assassins. Those are fun movies. I'm looking forward to checking that out. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Here's another Franco Nero movie called How to Kill a Judge. Damiano Damiani. This one came out in 1974. This one's called Heroin Busters, another Enzo G. Castellari movie, starring Fabio Testi. Testi. This one came out in 1977. Testy. Music by Goblin. That's awesome. Unrated. He said testy. Here's the Contraband I was telling you guys about. Fulci movie. Same movie. And we already said this one came out in 1980. There's that scene. Although you don't get to see how it unfolds, or do you? You kind of do. You kind of see it. It's a spoiler alert right there. Vicious, brutal, and alarmingly violent. Contraband. There's another edition of this from Blue Underground. This was the second pressing of it, the second release of it with the clear case. When this first came out, I think it might have been a 2-disc and it came in the black case. I'm going to track that down just because. I think you could probably get it for 10, 15 bucks. But I'm telling you guys, if you sleep on these movies, they're going to be, before you know it, they're going to be double and triple in price. You can get these for 10 or 15 now. Probably by this time next year, they're going to be 25, 30 at least. Here's a good one. This is one of my favorite actors of all time right here, Oliver Reed. This is Fabio Testi right there. This is called Revolver. Oliver Reed was amazing. Definitely, in my opinion, one of the best to ever do it. This movie was from 1973. To me, the early to mid 70s were the best, but they were still good in, you know, late 70s and 80. But I much preferred the early 70s. It felt like it was a little grittier, a little, I don't know, maybe it's just me. The next one's called The Big Racket, another Enzo G. Castellari movie, another Fabio Testi movie. Fast, gritty, and violent, a superior example of the 70s Italian crime film. 1976. See some of the action scenes here, if I can get that to focus. And the last one for the Blue Underground stuff for this video is Street Law. And we already saw this Street Law. And I think I have it another time or two. I have this movie a few times. This cover's pretty awesome. I like this cover a little bit better than this cover. Actually, I like this cover a lot more than this cover, but I do like this cover too. This, to me, this gives it kind of a 60s vibe, in my opinion. I don't know, but it's, what was it, 73? 74. Man, look at how gorgeous. Man. Barbara Bach. Barbara Bach is, and I've seen photos of her recently. She's got to be in her 80s now. That's Ringo Starr's wife. And she still looks really good for her age. And here they are all lined up. You'll have to let me know if you picked any of these up. Also, by the way, if I'm missing something glaringly, something that you're like, I can't believe he doesn't have that, comment below, let me know. I'm helping you guys. You can help me out too. One hand washes the other. Just be careful of my blister. So that are the, that are the 8 DVDs from Blue Underground. And the last pile, these are the last but not least, these are my Arrow titles. I only kind of skimmed through my Arrow stuff. I may be missing a couple. I may have some still on the shelves out there. I only quickly glanced and grabbed these. This is another one that's kind of a hybrid. This is kind of a giallo slash Eurocrime called the Pajama Girl Case, starring Ray Milland. And this supposedly is based on a true story. Is it Sydney, Australia? Inspired by the real-life case which baffled the Australian police and continues to spark controversy and unanswered questions to this day. I'm not going to read any more than that. That should be enough to kind of, you know, bring you in. But this is a pretty nice addition to Arrow. Always knew how to do it right. And there's the reverse cover with the Italian title. And yeah, so that is the Pajama Girl Case. I would say it's more a giallo film than it is Eurocrime, but it definitely does have a taste of both genres in there. So check it out if you haven't already. Here is a Fernando De Leo movie called Milano Calibro 9. Caliber number 9. This is a 2-disc set. It's all region. Let's see here in the back. I got this one a long time ago. This one came out in 2015 from Arrow Video. The movie itself, I think this was late 70s. It doesn't say on the back, but it does have English and Italian audio and English subtitles. Gritty, ultra-violent masterpiece and an essential entry in the canon of the poliziotesco subgenre Italian crime thriller. Oh, it's a sorry, it's a Blu-ray DVD. I'm starting to lose my voice again. Blu-ray DVD booklet and reversible cover. Take a look at that. I'm trying to get through here. I'm kind of limping to the finish line. I got 3 more to show. That is a beautiful cover. We haven't come across, well, I don't want to tell you what my favorite is, but we haven't come across it yet. I want you to tune in so you see what my top 10 list is. I don't want to give it away. Man, that's really beautiful. I think that's awesome. Barbara Boucher is in this one as well. Luigi Pistilli. Hey, I'm making a movie over! Hey! Forget about it! Fernando De Leo, he was great. Sorry if I yelled in your ear. I'll try to behave myself. Look at how gorgeous Barbara Boucher. Uh-oh. Hope you covered your eyes. I didn't mean to do that. No, I'm not a pig like that. It just happened to be at the backside of her. How was I to know that was there? All right. The next one is called The Assassin, L'Assassino, a film by Elio Petri, starring Maricello Mastroianni. Man, I don't know why I attempt to pronounce those names, because there's no way it's going to come out sounding smooth, right? I should just let it be. This is a really old one from 1960, and it came out in 2007 from Arrow. This one has some pretty cool stuff in it, though. You get the Blu-ray, and you get the DVD, and you get, what's the difference? Oh, okay. That was the original cover that came with it. I flipped it. I don't know. This one might be a little bit better. I don't know. It comes with a booklet too, and it comes with a advertising card for the Crazies. That's the original George A. Romero, The Crazies. This one comes with a pretty thick book, and I'm not going to go through it all, but it's good stuff. Really, really good stuff. And actually, there's one more from Arrow, and then there's a remake of this one. So I pulled these out together. So this is called Rabid Dogs. It's a Mario Bava movie, starring one of my favorite actors of all time, George Eastman. Tall drink of water, George Eastman he's still with us. I think he was about 6'8", if I'm not mistaken. That's a big boy. Luigi Montefiore, it was his birth name. He went by George Eastman in the movies. He's retired now. He's in his 80s. I tried to reach out to him. I wanted to get an autograph. I think he had a fan page that you can email him, but I don't think he's maintaining it anymore. I don't think he's operating it anymore. I never heard back from him. So this is Rabid Dogs. This movie is freaking amazing. It's in Italian language only, but you can watch it with English subtitles. This is becoming harder and harder to find. And this is the 3-disc set. I think this is probably going for about $100 now, maybe more. You may want to jump on this. I think when I bought this, it was about $50, and at that time, I thought that was crazy, but it's like doubled since then, and I think it's going to go up. And this is a really beautiful. I love this movie. I love this movie. There's a couple different editions of this movie. I'm not going to tell you about the history of it. I'm going to dedicate an entire video to just this movie at some point. But you get Rabid Dogs and Kidnapped. These are the 2 titles that the movie goes by. They have different endings, and I'm not going to get more into it than that for now. This is Rabid Dogs, and this is Kidnapped. I'm just going to leave it at that. If you want to find out on your own, you can Google it, or you can wait for my video. That's what the Kidnapped cover looks like. I think Kino Lorber released this edition of the movie on Blu-ray as Kidnapped, but they never released Rabid Dogs on Blu-ray. And then this came out in... That's a whole nother thing, too, because this movie... Well, I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to make a whole video about that. And then the French Canadians, bless their hearts, they tried to remake it, and I love Canadians. I do. Some of my favorite people on YouTube are Canadians. But this, I don't know if it's the French part of it that really, I don't know. And it's not like I don't dislike French people. I mean, they have great, I love croissants with a little bit of warm butter on there. Man, you guys are great. French women, you know, they're... Blu-ray DVD combo, Rabid Dogs. This, you can probably get this on eBay, or I think I bought this on Hamilton Book for like $3, brand new. This is a Scream Factory IFC Midnight. It's a Blu-ray DVD combo. You can literally get this brand new sealed on Hamilton Book, I think it was, for like $3. I think it cost more to ship it than I paid for it. So I would not recommend this movie, but maybe I should give it a second watch, because I usually like to give a movie a second watch before I start to criticize it, even a third watch sometimes. Some of my favorite movies I had to give a second watch to before I started to like it, ended up loving it. One of them was Pulp Fiction, because the first time I saw Pulp Fiction, I was like, what the hell did I just... I mean, it was a cool movie, but it was so out of sequence that I didn't really know what was going on. But watching it the second time, and you kind of know what's coming, and you understand how the storyline is going, I was like, yeah, I dig this a lot. That was Tarantino. Was that his first movie or second movie? I don't remember. I think the one he did with Michael Madsen, Mr. Black, and Reservoir Dogs. I think that was his first one, right? But Pulp Fiction might have been number 2. I don't know, but that's his best movie in my opinion. Tarantino was great. He is great, not was. I mean, what the hell am I talking about? He's still with us. He's still making movies. He's great. Another one, this might be a little bit surprising because I love the movie now, was House of a Thousand Corpses. The first time I saw it, I think the reason why I didn't really like it it's not that I disliked it, but I watched it with a girl I was dating at the time, and she wouldn't shut up. Like, she was constantly talking during the movie. And it kind of ruined the experience for me. But I love it now, and you know, it's a great movie. So that's it for part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I didn't make you guys fall asleep like these two. But if I did, you know, if you guys don't like the videos and you just turn it on to fall asleep, at least I'm helping you somehow, right? If there's anything I'm missing, comment below. Thanks for watching. Part 3 will be the box sets. Part 4 will be my top 10 list. I may even do top 15. We'll see. We'll see. And I will do a in-depth video just about this movie and the troubled history that it had. And that's gonna be a start of a series that I do. This is gonna be the first entry in that series, Troubled Movies. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it, but this will definitely be the first one. Thank you for watching. Take care. Adios.